Friday night. What are we gonna do with our Friday night? I got alcohol. I got some alcohol. Let's see if that awakens any demons. It might awaken creativity. I don't know. It might do something. What are you guys up to? What's up, John Wright? Welcome. Hello to you. Hello to you. And I got some Smirnoff. Again. Again, I got Smirnoff. You know I hate Smirnoff. But, you know, the price point's right this week. So we went with that. Definitely did. I got a little bit from last stream, too. So I think we should just start this off by finishing the last bit with my syrup container. Yeah, there wasn't much left, a little over a shot. Word. It's great to choke it down with some Red Bull, baby. Had a busy ass week. Mostly just making myself busy with art. I made a bunch of art this week, so that was fun. Did 3 puzzles and 1 coin jar. Pretty nice. Got to put them on the website, but you know, it's future money, hopefully. If anybody has any of that out there in the world, it's not feeling like it lately. Feels like people are watching what they spend their money on these days. I mean, I am. That's why I'm drinking Smirnoff. That's why I'm choking down Smirnoff instead of the good Tito's. But hey, I could be fortunate enough that it's not like worse than Smirnoff, right? It could always be worse. John says hi, buddy. There he is. There's my homeboy. Right, buddy? Oh, I love you too. You see everybody? They're right here. And then you're right there. You're on the TV. You're on the computer screen, buddy. Yeah. I know. There you go. Sit down. Other than that, it's been an eventful week, I guess. It's been a couple weeks since I've been on here, I think. It has. It's been a good couple weeks since we've been on here. But it's been hot. It's been nice. It's been nice and hot, which I love. I love cold more than hot, but it hasn't been unbearable. It's been a little uncomfortable at night, you know, the fan on you, and you don't need to use the AC, but it's good. It's good. Now, how about we get you down and we'll get you a treat, okay? Bring me a ball. Or I can throw your chicken. There you go. Until you bring me a ball, we'll have that. We got that going on. So that first shot was just an aperitif. Thanks, John. Have a good one. Oh, you didn't say bye yet. You're just saying hello. So let's do a real double. make this start legit. You know, it is Friday. I feel like I work good for this. I work good for this. Cheers. I got a few funny stories that happened this week. I got a few good neighborhood stories. You know how this neighborhood is so wild. Alright. I tell you it's wild. You don't know because you're not here. It's pretty wild. It's a wild neighborhood. It's like the Wild Wild West out here. Grand Theft Auto, I call it. Today I went shopping and just watched theft happen, and nobody give a shit. Nobody. It's like they know they can get away with it, so they do it. It's kind of crazy. It's really crazy. It must be really hard to be in a position where you want to do something about it, but you can't. That must be the hardest. And also, cool story, the thumbnail that I have up on my video of the Sphere, the cool Sphere in Las Vegas. They open in a few months. It's a pretty sweet concert venue, and my buddy runs food and beverage for it, which is pretty cool. Which means, which basically means nothing, but it's just kind of cool. If I ever go to Vegas, you know, it'll be cool. I won't have to worry about drinks or anything. He was in charge of the Raiders, but he wasn't fully in charge. I think he was like concessions manager or something. But he moved up from when I worked with him in Portland. We both worked for the Trailblazers, and we both were floor supervisors. So we just kind of walked around and said, "Are you guys cool?" You know, we'd walk by like a liquor portable or a beer portable and say, "Are you cool?" And they'd say, "Yep." And then you walk by the concession stand and say, "Are you cool?" And they'd say, "Yep." Because you make them cool. You got to make them cool first. But once they're cool, they're cool. And then you just walk around. It's more of a people watching job. Some people watching and, "Hey, are you cool?" kind of job. It's, you know, it was a lot of fun. Back when I was in my walking shape, you know, I was in that good walking shape, which I'm not in that shape anymore. I could get there pretty quick by walking. Maybe I'll hit up my buddy and see if that'd be epic to move to Vegas. As long as I got a place with a pool and AC. Which I think every fucking place there has that. Pretty sure of it. It's hot in Vegas. It's miserable in Vegas. But it sure is fun. It sure is a good time. I could hit him up and be like, "Hey, you need an assistant?" He probably already has somebody, but I know I would be in line to like down the road. He's the reason I went back to work after retiring. I didn't retire. I just stopped working at a younger age to pursue my art. So I call that my retirement. But I went out of retirement because he asked me if I'd come work for the Portland Timbers with him when he was with them 1 year. And that was the year before COVID. That was the year of COVID. So I only worked 3 games. And then COVID hit and they suspended play. And then when they came back into play, he already moved on to the Raiders. So I said, fuck, I'm not going back there. I'm not going to go. The only reason I went back to work is because just kind of like as a favor, like he asked me to. Whenever someone asks me to do something, I kind of want to do it. You know? Is that weird? Like yeah, I've done that many times. I've gone back to work or gone to work somewhere just because they asked me to. Yeah, I like to do that. Like I just got an offer through email the other day for a job. Not email, through text. Somebody that knows me from some other venue got my number and asked if I wanted to run some venue in Oregon, but they think I still live in Oregon. But I don't. I don't live in Oregon anymore. So that didn't work. I need to change this hat. I need a backwards hat, guys. Sorry. I can't see my face. You guys can't see my face either. Hello, motherfucker. Roy Scambait is in the house. OG. That vodka hit good. I just had a fucking huge burger from Kid Valley. Like a double cheese. What up, Sniffervich? I love the name. Sniffervich. It's a great name. Yeah. Big burger. So I got a good base, which is where I fucked up a few streams ago. I know if I don't eat dinner, things could turn bad. And 2 streams ago, what's up, Pierce? How you doing? 2 streams ago, I drank without eating dinner. Whew. When the second I turned the stream off, I don't know what happened, but my body went somewhere else. My aura, heck no. My aura stayed here, but my body went somewhere else. And I don't know where it went, but I'm pretty sure I threw up into my garbage can. Pretty sure it was too much. That's what's up. It was too much. But shit happens, you know. I'm not a big fan of this channel that we're listening to. It's 90s grunge / rock, and it's like grunge bands doing shitty rock songs. Like, sorry if I said shitty, but I was never into that band. I kind of thought they were shitty. ZZ Top. I'm gonna get hate for that, but maybe not. Most people like ZZ Top are a little older than me, and they'll understand. What up, Cass? Hello, all. All. It's to you guys, too. It's to all of y'all. All y'alls. Should we do another shot? I'm thinking, probably, right? Probably should. If I can get 2 more thumbs up, we'll do a shot. Should be able to do that. There's less people here than there are thumbs up, so 2 people should be able to hit thumbs up if they want me to do a shot. If they don't, they won't hit the button. You can hit the thumbs down, it just doesn't show up on my screen, so I won't know if you clicked it. Either one, though, would be fine. KS is hi to y'all. Y'all. Howdy, y'all. You don't condone it. That's your prerogative. It's I'm gonna do it whether or not you're here or not, or whether or not I get the thumbs up or not. I'm just seeing if anybody would hit it. Yeah, no, but that's a good thing about life is I don't have people telling me what to do. Do you, boo? Do you, boo? I fucking just pulled a bunch of shit out of a fucking old art drawer and went through it this week and got a big pile sitting in front of me and it's driving me crazy. I don't know what to do with it. Luckily, I sold a big pile, just a big pile. There was, I think, 15 rings or something like that in this pile. This is a perfect example. This is 6 of them that I just set aside because these are probably still sellable, but it was just a handful of rings like this. And I just said, fuck it, sell them all for the price of one. So $80 I sold them all for. I just said, fucking $80, someone buy them all. And luckily, someone hit and took them all off my hands. Which was great. Now I just gotta sell the rest of this stuff. Oh, and then right behind my head, right there, see all those dots on the table on the side? Those are all copper magnets that I made. They're pretty cool. They're like domed copper magnets. So we made those. Then we made some epic shit. Made some pretty epic shit. It's all in my display case right here, so it's hard to see. I suppose I can take my camera off the thing. Oh yeah. Alright, let's take a look. So we made, come on camera, focus. Camera's on the wrong side to do this good. There we go. 16-piece Dolly Madison puzzle. We did the 8-piece Gas the Monkey puzzle. And these are some of my other pieces that I got. And we did the 16-piece Walking Liberty. But and we did the Silverbugs coin jar right there. The focus is shit right now. But yeah, this is all the available art that I've got. Some of it, the stuff that fits in this case. A few things that we did this a week. It was fun. I haven't done puzzles in a while, so it was fun to do some puzzles. Hey buddy, did you bring a ball? You bought a chicken. Chicken? Oh, eat the chicken. He's like, I don't want the chicken, Daddy. I want you to put that treat inside of a ball, but you gotta bring me a ball, bro. Bro. Need a ball. Alright, you guys didn't hit the thumbs up for another shot, but we're gonna do it anyways. Cause I don't care what you say, I don't care what you do. I don't care what you say or do. Cheers. Cheers. Yeah. That was good. I like that Red Bull. It's tasty. Tropical. It's tropical. So here's a fun story. This happened this week. And it's going to happen for a while, I'm sure. Let me turn off that one light. Which one is it? It's not that one. It's not that one. Is it this one? Got it. Alright. So, they're building like a 8 or 12 condo building next door, and they're getting to completion, which is exciting. And I know exactly where they are in their completion because I get to hear it all night, every night now. They just put the smoke detectors up. All the smoke detectors went up. And apparently they don't put batteries in them. So all I hear, the first night they probably just got one smoke detector done because every 60 seconds I heard a beep. And I thought it was in our house. So couldn't figure out where it was coming from. Figured it out, it was next door. Well, the next day they installed the rest of them. So now, what I hear is, it sounds like I'm living next to a Safeway checkout counter, because it's just beep 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 beep. So they go off every minute. But if they got 4 in each unit, and they got even just 8 units. That's a lot of fucking detectors beeping every minute. And it's like they open the windows at night so that it can echo throughout the neighborhood. But I just happen to be the closest to it. So I get to hear beep 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 beep, like Morse code. Like someone's dying next door. They're trying to send messages from beyond. Which maybe that's what's going on. I'm just too stupid to figure it out, but it'd be kind of fucked up to wake up in like a couple days to find out that there was someone stuck, held captive next door, and they're using Morse code to try to connect to the outside world. That would work, but there's been workers there every day. They just don't work on Saturday and Sunday, so I'm pretty sure they're not going to go put batteries in tomorrow morning. Be like, you know what we should go do is, remember those beeps that we've been hearing while we're working for the last week? Maybe we should go put a 9-volt in that son of a bitch and calm it down a little bit. Not their job. They just listen to beep, 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 while they're painting. Fucking idiots. So that's fun. That's been going on next door. Which the first night I heard the beep every minute because I thought it was my beep. What up, Pegasus? But I don't hear the multiple beeps. So, unless I try to. It's almost like my brain drew that fucking beep sound out. Fucking threw it out of my brain. Ooh, you just said his name. Now I know his name. Oh, shit. What else is good? Got to see some fun shit tonight when I get my burger. It's one of my favorite things about going to get a burger at this place. I figured out why it's so fucking weird over there. They have one of those methadone clinics or whatever kind of clinics next door. And they have, I think, attached to it like some kind of a low budget housing to where it's just like you see the weirdest shit right there. But it's the most open fucking drug trading, drug using, fucking weird shit you could ever imagine. Just in a drive-thru. Today I pulled up and there was, I thought it was a dude. He was sitting on the ground. It wasn't a dude. It was just a lady with a weird haircut. But she was sitting on the ground facing the other way. There's a building that's being redone that has all the front boarded up. So it's a safe way to look without anybody seeing you back. And she was just shooting up. She was just shooting up. That's all she was doing. And just right there on the parking lot, like maybe 7 feet from my car at the drive-thru. And then you look over, and there's about, I fucking took video of her later, so you can kind of get an idea of what I'm talking about here. I was just paying attention to the lady because she was fucking being all weird. But then at the end, it's hilarious because it's just fucking hilarious. There's a bunch of sketchy shit going on all around. And then in a minute, it's pretty hilarious. That's the one that was doing the heroin, but she was sitting somewhere else. She was sitting to the right of my car a few minutes ago. We'll watch this shit in a second. Hold on. It's coming. Looking like prostitute walked up to my window. How do you re-erase them? Or short? There we go. One of the crack ladies of the night started walking up to the cars to see if anybody needed anything. She has like a big band-aid on her fucking leg. Just tweaking out. I didn't expect her to pop up. She just like popped up out of nowhere. What up, Scott? You see it on YouTube, but it's hard to believe unless you're in a big city. I'm guessing you're not in a bigger city. Or You know, most of the coast cities you see a lot of that, and bigger like Chicago, uh, poorly ran cities, you see a lot of that. Oklahoma, see, you're safe, but you never know. And the reason it's here like that is because there's no crime to it. There's no doing drugs isn't their priority. Neither is theft, which is another story that happened today as I was walking out, or I was walking into Safeway. It's a second theft I've seen there, and all I saw was two dudes walking out, and then they were walking just normal, walking out. But as soon as they turned to walk along the sidewalk, they ran, they bolted, and they were laughing. So I saw one of them hold, like it looked like some expensive liquor. um, for some reason at Safeway, you have to have somebody hand you the liquor from a case, but then you can just walk around with it. So apparently they got the liquor they wanted, and then they just bolted with it. No one seemed to give a shit. I don't give a shit anymore because it seems like they don't give a shit. Safeway doesn't give a shit because they clearly know that it goes on. Last time I was there, I caught someone doing some stupid theft, and I let him know, and he basically just said we can't do anything about it. So this time I just said, fuck it, enjoy your liquor. And then me, like a fucking idiot, I went in and paid for all my shit. I should have just fucking ran out. But no, I'm not like that. You don't have tasers? Shit. I would never carry a taser. So I'm thinking I should just renew my fucking concealed carry permit. Because mine's expired, but it's probably worth renewing. But then again, the way things are going with fucking laws here in Washington, I could probably carry without it. Nobody would give a fuck. Be safer that way. Open air everything, does that mean like open carry? I'm not sure what you mean by open air everything. Poop on the sidewalks. It's pretty amazing the shit you can see here. Because literally there's not a cop that would arrest anybody for anything. But when I first came back to Seattle in January, I did just a drive-through of Pike Place Market, Capitol Hill, and that was about it that day. But in that time, I saw a dude, a homeless guy, just whip out his dick and start pissing on the sidewalk, but it was on the corner of Pike and First, which is the most populated corner. And I literally saw like 7 kids walk by and like, what the hell is this guy doing? Like they looked at his dick wondering what he was doing. I thought that was wrong. And then on Capitol Hill, I saw a guy who just, I was driving really slow because it was like a traffic, and came to a stop, and the dude just standing there hitting his crack pipe, just openly, just fucking hitting his crack pipe. And I was like, wow, things have changed. Like, I remember when I thought that would be cool, we could do that with weed. Like you just stand in front of a cop and smoke weed and not get arrested. Like that would be cool. They took that to the next level right there. That is next level. Nobody says anything. Nobody cares. They're afraid to say anything. Because most of the people that are hanging out doing that kind of shit are the ones that are homeless because they get benefits or they get cheaper drugs here. So they come from places like where they get kicked out of. Like it's almost like Oregon and Washington, especially Oregon, has such laid back laws on drug use. Everything's legal in Oregon. There's nothing that's, I don't think anything is on the nothing's illegal. There's ways that you get in trouble for having it if you're, I'm not sure what those things are, like maybe too much of it. But no, you can use methadone, or I don't even know what people use. Fucking, what is that one? Fentanyl. You can smoke fentanyl right on the corner openly, and not a damn thing will happen. They actually, what the cops do is they issue you a $100 ticket with the chance of it being waived if you go to counseling, and they give you information on counseling. But from what I heard last time, only 0.3% of the people that got a ticket for the $100 went to counseling. So they all just fucking, none of them care about their ticket anyways. None of them paid it. They just got a fucking ticket floating around for $100 somewhere for the next time they get caught. So that's how Oregon works with their ticketing. But most cops won't even ticket because they know that only 0.3% of them will actually go to the counseling, and they're not going to get the $100 anyways. So it's just a waste of their time. It's all a fucking joke. Good night, John. I'm ready for another shot. What about you, buddy? Are you ready for another shot? Okay, so it's number 1. Got it. Did you bring a ball? Bring a ball. Get your ball, bud. I don't understand how you don't know those words. Bring me your ball. Those should be the words that you know better than any dog in the whole wide world. Like, that's the one thing you live for, is a treat ball. If I said anything else, you would know what I'm saying. But when I say, bring me a ball, and I constantly say it to you, right? I say it to you. Let's have a talk. I constantly say it to you. I say it over and over every day, right? I say, you want a treat ball? And then right after I say it, I put a treat inside your ball. So then how come when I ask for your ball, you can't figure out, just bring me the ball? You just gotta bring it to me. And then I'll put a treat in it. You get that? You understand what I'm saying? You understand the words that I'm saying about a treat ball right now? Yeah? You're shaking your head like you're trying to listen and understand what I'm saying, but it's a treat ball. Treat ball, buddy. Alright. Bring me a ball. Bring me a ball, dude. What up, Adam? Homeboy. What the fuck is going on in your world, dude? Last time I saw you, you looked pretty fucking cool, bro. You had your hair all grown out. You looked like you reminded me of somebody that like retired in Thailand and just fucking put the hair back, went on the fucking beach, hung out. A little bit of tropical fruit Red Bull. Get some weed. You gotta have weed. Get some good weed. Are you drinking tonight there? Adam with IRS scammers. Go-karting, are you serious? That's pretty cool. That would be fun. That'd be pretty fun. I'm thinking about taking up something. Not sure what though. No drinks in about a month. all good. You know, alcohol is one of those things where, you know, it's got a weird stigmatism. If anybody said hey man, you want to shoot some heroin with me? I'd be like, no, dude, I don't do that. They'd be like, okay, cool. But if you say hey man, you want to do a shot with me? And they say, no man, I don't drink. They'd be like, what? Why are you not drinking? Why are you not drinking? Not everybody drinks. Yeah. Drinking and a hobby. You should make drinking your hobby. Then you'd have an excuse. But how much is weed where you live? That's my question to you. And put in chat what country you're in and how much it costs you for weed. Let's say an eighth or an ounce, if that's how they do it. Go-karting would be a rush. How much is 240 quid in US? 210. How much in US money is 210 quid? Can't just answer for me. How much US dollars is 210 quid? 270 US dollars. That's fucking crazy, dude. I remember those days. I'm gonna fucking make you mad right now. These are the last 2 bags I bought. Each of them were 30 bucks. And each of them were 1 ounce. This one I've been smoking a lot out of. So $30. This is Panama Red. And it's 23%, 20, it says on the back, I don't know what it says, like 28% or something like that. And this is, there's a few stems sitting at the top, so it looks like shit because of when I put the stems back in the bag. But this is what's left over from the Elmer's glue ounce that was 30 bucks. And I've smoked quite a bit, so this is only a little bit of it. $60 for 2 ounces, dude. Isn't that fucking ridiculous? Isn't that the stupidest thing ever? 10 years ago, I was in Cali, and I was paying Cali prices for the, you could get $100 ounce. You could get a $500 ounce. Northern California. Oh, I'm sure you could do better than 20% for 30 bucks there. It's really cheap. But that's just, when it becomes legal, that's what happens. Washington, I think, was the second state that became legal. Over Colorado. Oregon has good stuff. Oregon, actually, dab here is super cheap too. Dab is fucking way cheap. Like, I got this stuff. Oh, my shoulders are fucked up. Some marshmallow snickle fritz. It was $9. Oh, and the 30 bucks, that was after tax. It was like 21 bucks, and then the tax was like $9 on those $30 ounces. So tax really gets you. No medical card needed here. These 1 grams are $9, 78%, and they're really tasty. Like, they're very tasty. 78%, 1 gram sugar, $9. I was paying like $60 for that shit when it came out in Oregon. Yeah, it's pretty wild. No medical card needed here. You just walk it. You just have to have an ID that's valid. Just a valid ID. Any state too. So come from out of state, go to any of those states that it's legal. You just walk in with your card. That's how Cali is or was, Roy. When I lived there 10 years ago, it was pretty wild. It was pretty cool. There was dispensaries everywhere, but you had to have a card. And the only way to get a card was go see this dude who had like a hippie doctor's office, you know, where all the stickers were kind of like my shop, with weed stickers everywhere, and pro weed concert posters and fucking everything all over the place. And you would just wait for the fucking other 100 people that are getting their card that day. You go in and dude says, what's been bothering you? And you just give them one of the fucking famous 3 answers. Anxiety, sleep problems, like whatever, weight loss, just whatever you gotta say. Then they give you the card. It's like, I don't remember what it costs. And then you get a certificate too. I have my certificate still. Certificate, the card is actually useless. You don't need the card, you need the certificate. So you have to take the certificate in every time. I believe that's the way it worked, is you had to have this fucking certificate. It's like this big. Every time you go into the shop, you had to show them that certificate. They didn't get anything. That was great. Yeah, it's going to get cheap everywhere. They need to just make it legal nationwide, and then shit would drop like crazy. But I can't imagine it getting cheaper. Let me say this too. Those ounces I bought were on the low end scale of the stuff I could have bought. So obviously I could probably buy a $500 ounce of shit too. But all I use it for is just sometimes when I roll it up to when I go to the beach or something. And they sell legal hash. Legal hashing. They don't do it in Oregon. They sell it in Washington though. So I picked up some hash. It's like 60% or something like that. So I put that in with it. Pretty good. Pretty tasty. Shots. I'm sorry my chair's so fucking noisy. I'm looking at a new chair right now. I'm looking into maybe a wheelchair. Not for like rolling around town in, but for the shop. Cheers, guys. Wedding Crasher. Nice. Yeah, Adam, last stream I think it was, I mentioned a buddy of mine who, this was fucking 30 years ago. My roommate, I'll make the story short, but he found a brick of hash. He claims he found a brick of hash. I don't know what really happened. I don't know the whole story. All I know is what he told me. And he found, or he had in his possession, a brick of hash. He gave me a chunk about like this big. The brick was about that wide by about, so it was like this long by about that wide, and it was like thick, and it had an Afghani stamp on it, like an Afghanistan stamp. And I think it was in gold or some shit like that. But claims he found it. But that was fun. That was fun. I believe there's opium in it or something. It was really fun. It was really cool. The 90s. The good old 90s. Yeah, his story was, and I have to believe him because the fucker was pretty damn honest. I mean, he smoked weed, and that was his only bad thing. But he was trying to become a priest for some reason. I don't know. He was, yeah. Back then, being a priest was cool, I think. Opium hash is the best way to go. I think that's how the Afghanis do it. But he claimed that he was leaving the bar, and when he left, he saw a weird bag sitting on the floor, or sitting on the ground on the curb, right next to where somebody was working on their door of their car. So he just thought it was peculiar looking. So he got in his car and waited for the person to leave. And when they left, he went to see if he was still there, checked, and that's what it was. It doesn't sound like, it sounds like an easy way out of a different story, but he's not the kind of guy that would have like robbed somebody for it. So I don't know how the fuck he really got it. And I haven't talked to him in probably 25 years, so getting the story now, I probably never will, but that's the story I heard. But yeah, could you imagine just running across a brick of hash? No biggie. Unattainability. No, he was an odd duck, but yeah, I don't care how he got it. That was good. He hooked me up too, so he just walked into my work. I worked at a real popular bar, and he just walked in, and I was managing, so he was like, "Hey, come down to the office. I need to talk to you." And I went in the office and closed the door. He just hands me this fucking big old chunk of hash. He goes, "Here, I'll tell you the story when you get home, but that's for you." I was like, whoa. That's pretty awesome. He was not in the Navy. He was reserves. He was in the reserves. He was in the Navy Reserves, which is where the weed was a big problem. Was he was terrified of getting called into the reserves and being tested for weed. And he did get called in one time, and he was fucking paranoid. This is the 90s when like getting caught with weed was a big deal. Like I was terrified the first time I drove with weed in my car. Now it's just funny. It's just funny. Do you know what kind of pills they were? That's the question. Now you can just look them up real easily just by a fucking pill identifier, but back then, dude, it was fucking luck of the draw. See, I don't know what Mandy is. We don't have Mandy here. Yeah, we don't have something called Mandy. Oh, MDMA, gotcha. That's one thing I've never tried. I've had ecstasy, so I guess I have, but now they have like MDMA fucking vape pens. Like you just fucking take a hit. That's fucking crazy. My buddy came over when I first moved in here and offered me some, and I didn't know what to expect, so I didn't want to do it. But I am curious. I probably should have done it. I think I was drinking that night, just moving in, so nothing was really in place. It just didn't feel right. I want to be in the right frame of mind when you do some new shit. I've had mushrooms sitting here forever. It just seems like the only time I ever want to do them is when I've had drinks, and that's never a good time to do mushrooms. Yeah, mushrooms are fun. That's one that they're passing next, is legalizing mushrooms. There's a lot of places that sell them. And actually, if I just drive like 2.5 hours to Vancouver, British Columbia, I can buy anything I want. You can buy crack, you can buy heroin, PCP, ecstasy, anything you want. You just walk into a shop, ask for what you'd like, and have a good time. No issues at all. Let's look this up. Vancouver, BC drug shops. Places. A store selling heroin, meth, and cocaine just opened May 23rd in Canada. Yep. Cocaine tested 430.23, heroin tested, meth tested. Martin said he's selling people a max of 2.5 grams of each drug with serving sizes as small as a point, 1/10 of a gram. Under BC's decriminalization policy, a person can have up to 2.5 grams of the aforementioned substances in total without facing criminal consequences. He's charging roughly street prices, with grams of cocaine and meth going for $90 and $50 respectively. He'll be checking IDs to make sure customers are at least 18, and said he wants for them to sign a waiver indicating that they've previously used drugs they're purchasing. Delivery services available for ketamine, LSD, and 5-MeO-DMT, a synthetic version of a chemical that comes from the beautiful alvarius toad and is considered one of the most powerful psychedelics on earth. There you go. Vancouver, BC. Sounds like someplace I should visit. Yeah, you can buy anything, Scott. Anything. Unless it's not popular, probably. Like, if you wanted, like, they probably don't do ayahuasca. They might. I don't know. I don't have any idea. They have menus and everything. Like, it's legit. Like, it's just like a weed shop or a pharmacy. 2CB, I'm not sure. Oh, BC, British Columbia. Vancouver, British Columbia. Which is like an hour and a half north of the border, and I'm like maybe an hour from the border, maybe. I've been there a couple times, but last time I went, I had issues coming back because, well, for no real reason. They just stop people if it's suspicious, and apparently our suspicion was I went up there with a girl from Oregon. She came up to visit me for a week, and then we went up there for a day visit. And on our way back, they were wondering why two people from two different states are in the same car. That was suspicious to them. So we had to fucking explain the whole story for like an hour and a half of why I'm with this girl from Oregon. It's like Oregon's fucking 3 hours south. So if you're coming to Vancouver, you gotta drive right through Seattle. What about ecstasy? Yeah, you can buy ecstasy there. Everything. Like I said, everything. Well, ecstasy has heroin in it. So if you do it every day for a week, you might get some kind of fucking need for it. But if you do it once, nothing's going to happen. But I don't recommend trying it. I don't think there's any drug out there that's addicting after you use it once. The only thing about drugs and using them once is bad is, like, say you've never done drugs in your life and you break your arm and then they give you a Vicodin and then you're like, wow, I feel fucking amazing on this shit. So then you try to chase that in the future, you're not going to find it. First time, it's the best. So just don't go chasing it after that. So if you're going to go smoke crack, just do it once. Just go try it. You're not going to get addicted. Just don't go chasing that high, trying more and more and more and more, thinking, yeah, not all have heroin in it. I don't know how ecstasy works. I know the bad one, the kind of shitty stuff that I got in the 90s had more of it in it than anything else. So they would be like brownish looking pills. And I remember the few times I took ecstasy, I felt pretty mellow. See, you weren't addicted, were you? You just do it once. I smoked crack by accident once. Yeah, those Snifflevitch, those are the ones that Sniffervitch has it. They have like brown specks. I only did it a few times in the 90s. One time it was fun. Me and a girlfriend, we took it the night before, and you know, it was just a normal night really. We lived right by that place I like to take chat sometimes, Gasworks Park. So we just walked over there and hung out for the night. But then the next night, there was a Jane's Addiction concert, and we went to that. And she was so dehydrated that like it was like the curtain dropped for Jane's Addiction, and she followed the curtain. She just dropped. She fucking like came right to and was fine. I don't know how she passed out. I think she was just dehydrated. But she's like, we're not fucking leaving. We're staying. I'm like, all right, let's fucking go. But drink your water. Drink your water if you're doing stuff, guys. Not that I condone anything. I think we should do another shot though, for sure. Starting to feel good. Feel good on the insides. My body feels good. Yeah, acid was fun too. I have some fun acid stories, that's for sure. One time, I took so much acid. Like, that was the one thing that I really, really, really liked. Like, really, 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 really liked. Now I won't fucking touch that shit. Like, even putting paper in my mouth makes me want to throw up. Just the taste of paper in my mouth. It's the one thing that can instantly make me puke, is just put a little piece of paper in my mouth and I'll throw up. I'll tell you this great story after the shot. Bring a ball, buddy. Give me a chicken. Oh, you did bring a ball. Good boy. Good boy. Let me get his treat. Fuck, I did a lot of acid one time. Well, not just one time, but 1 week. Cheers. So acid is one of those things where if you take it once, you just need like if you take it one day, you just need 1 or 2 hits. If you take it the next day, you kind of got to double it up to feel anything, because your chemicals aren't really there in your body to produce the chemicals needed to get. So you need more to feel the same thing you felt before. And if you do it a 3rd day, you kind of got to double it up. And 4th day, 5th day, 6th day. When you reach day 7, you're talking like 30 some hits just to feel anything. And on this day, I was hanging out at my buddy's house. And this is when I was only like 20, 19 or 20. Still young, still trying to figure shit out. Good buddy's house with his wife and a girl that ended up being my girlfriend, which was my buddy's wife's sister. And they all took their 1 hit, and I took 30, like 32 I think was the number, like 32 hits, just because I've been taking them every day for the past 5 or 6 days. And I remember Rob Zombie's Astro Creep 2000 was a good CD, and we were listening to that. Everything was pretty fun. I do remember, this is the last time I was friends with this guy. And the reason, because his wife didn't ever want me to come back to the house because I ate 9 loaves of sourdough bread. I ate fucking 9 loaves of sourdough bread that they had. So I also, they had like a, it's a 90s apartment, so you had like an LSD poster in one corner and like Nirvana poster in a corner, and fucking one of your parents' antiques posters in a corner. Well, they had one, it was a double corner, to where it would be like It'd be like if there's a wall, and then another wall that goes into a wall. So what they did was they had like a black tarp that they put here, here, and here. And it was just a black tarp, and it was held up by tacks. And only one of the tacks was silver. And the whole night, like for 8 hours, they were wondering why I kept walking up to the black backboard on their wall. Black fucking whatever it was. Tarp, canvas, cloth, whatever it was. And I kept staring at it. Well, I thought that the silver tack was like a pin to the outside, like I could look through it to see the outside. Because every time I looked through it, I would see something. It'd be my reflection or somebody else's reflection. So I was so high that I just kept like staring out the hole, which was just a fucking tack in the wall. Exactly. They had kids. She had a babysitter. She was a babysitter, so she had tons of fucking bread. That's why she was so mad, is because I ate all the fucking kids' bread. She was so fucking mad. So mad at me. Like, to this day, I wonder if, like, him and, the dude, him and I were great buddies. His wife was like, no, he's never come back here again. He ate all the sourdough bread. And I remember, fucking sourdough bread tastes so good when you're eating acid. But that was one of my acid stories. It was just, I think you had to be there, but it was definitely fun. Definitely a good time. Yeah, I don't know if it was window pane or I don't know what the difference of window pane and regular LSD. But yeah, fucking the 90s, man. The 90s. It was all the 90s. Because I graduated in 93. And I was really uneducated on a lot out of high school. So when I finally broke free, discovered some of these things, I went nuts. I remember also, I worked at a huge country western bar. It was like the biggest one in the state. And they were all just into, this is when crank was a big deal. Like crystal meth and shit. And I remember the OJ trial just started. And I was kind of interested in it. And this girl, Stephanie, came over to my house and she's like, hey, have you ever tried crystal meth? I'm like, no, let me check it out. So she like just busted a whole bunch out on a mirror and said, try that. And I tried it. And then I tried it through the whole OJ trial. Because I watched every second of the OJ trial from start to finish. And I was absolutely fascinated by it. And then when the trial was over, I quit. I don't have a lot of addictive personalities. So I just said, all right, I was just going to try it through the trial. Fucking stupid, man. Stupid when you're a kid. You know that? I am. Are you stupid as a kid, buddy? You just want this whole thing? You want the whole rest of this? Go get your chicken. Bring me a ball. Bring a ball. I'll throw the whole thing in there. Alright, guys. We're doing some damage. We're damaging this bottle. It's still early. It's only 7:45. I did see a funny ass motherfucking thing. Let's see if I can find this real quick. Funniest fucking thing I've ever seen. And this is why you need adults in your life. Right here. Watching the Women's World Cup. I did not know that was going on. Radio guy learns how to harder to find than I thought it would be. There we go. So this dude, this is unbelievable. Like, unfucking believable. Turn this music off. I'll grab you guys. Alright, story first. So, this dude on he's like the Bully and the Beast podcast or radio show or whatever. I don't know what they talk about. But there's a clip of this dude who clearly just right now in the second realized he's been wiping his butt the wrong way his whole life. So watch this video. This is fucking hilarious. This is the funniest shit. And dumbest dude. Hold on. Hold on. I got my shit all fucked up.
What happens if you got the runs or something?
I touched shit before.
No, I've never shitted in a tissue before.
You touch shit every single day if you shit. Like, you don't wipe yourself? It got shit in the tissue when you wipe yourself.
You don't know how to get the... Why are you touching the shit? The tissue is for the shit.
That's what I'm saying. You grab shit all the time.
No, you're not saying that. You don't. Yeah, you wipe.
Wiping, you grab the shit.
You don't grab... Why are you grabbing
shit? Hold on.
Do you got shit stuck in your ass while you're taking...
So you telling me that y'all just let the doodle fall in the toilet? Y'all don't catch it every time?
Yo. I am about to leave, bro.
How do y'all take a shit? I must have seen this shit wrong.
My nigga.
I've been catching my shit all these years.
Nah, I'm more disgusted than I feel like I can't continue.
What are you talking about?
My stomach
so
is
hold on,
turning.
so y'all just sit there and shit come right out? No way.
What happens if you got the runs or something like that? What do you do then?
That shit, you wash your hands. Why do you think people wash their hands?
Yo, you shit in your hand, bro?
What the hell shit?
Is that unbelievable or what? Fucking dude. Just... The dude thought that... The dude thought that you're supposed to catch the shit in your hand. or something. I don't know what he was doing. What the fuck, dude? Like, that's fucking incredible. Who? Oh man, that's crazy. That's crazy if you ask me. That's the Safeway shopping clerk is checking out next door. Bring ball? No ball, bud. No ball. Gotta bring a ball. Let's check out this dab. Right, buddy? We need to get a new chair this week, too. We'll go with the wheelchair. Okay? Because the wheelchair is perfect for this little shop. So all I do is go backwards and forwards. And it's comfortable. And it's cheaper than a fucking normal office chair somehow. I could probably just go up the street to where all those crackheads were and offer one of them a fucking $10 bill for the one they're sitting in, and they'll give it up. Guy is stupid, Tony. He's a stupid idiot. He's a dumb Nancy boy. I say, bring a ball. Go get your ball. Go get your ball. I'll give you the whole thing. I'll put the whole thing in there. You can bring a ball. Let's see if it'll fit in there, buddy. Gotta put it in the side hole. Did that in the 90s a lot too. I put it in the side hole. Haha. This one's gonna keep you busy, buddy. That whole thing's in there. That whole thing. That's like a huge treat, buddy. Have fun. Have a lot of fun. Let's play some music. So, what are you guys doing tonight? I doubt anybody is white, so it's got to be later than 8 o'clock almost for everybody. It's for dinner here. I already had some dinner, and that was Killer Burger, or not Killer Burger. What's it called? Kid Burger. Kid Burger. Shit's amazing. Amazing and very, very, very. They're the only ones around that are still priced right. Like for like $8.50 I get a double cheeseburger, and they're fucking really good burgers. Huge burgers. And they also do the Seattle Mariners garlic fries. So for like $14 you can get both those. If you go to Jack in the Box or fucking anything like that around here, it's more expensive for shit, for like garbage food. Absolute garbage. Cheers, guys. This is a double shot glass. This is my syrup container. Sipping on scissor. Yeah, those are good egg rolls. They actually are pretty good with the sweet and sour sauce. It's been years since I had one. But yeah, they have good quality. Quality, like for the price, I would say that's a good, mighty good item to get. I've been in the restaurant business the whole life, so some things I try to stay away from. I would say that egg roll's pretty safe. Oh, pork inside I don't know about, but the rest of it seems pretty good. Also, I was thinking about doing like a, I don't know if it would be, actually it probably would be popular, because people want to know. So would people search for it? Like, would people search for that question? The question being, why do stadiums charge so much for beers and food? Does anybody here know the answer to that? Because I do. I know the exact reason for it, because that's what I did for a majority of my professional life, was worked in sports venues, events, and I did the food and beverage for them. Let me tell you, the reason is simple. The reason you have to pay, I don't know what they go for now. It's been a while since I've been to a game. Let's say $20 a beer. $20 beer. Or let's say an $18 cheeseburger. The explanation is simple. Every single venue, split like forum, event center, stadium, ballpark, concert venue, any of them throughout the United States subcontract the food and beverage to a company. There's about 5 big companies that bid for contracts, and all of those offer things to the event holder. You know, Staples Center. So say Staples Center wants to hire a food and beverage company to run their concession stands and their alcohol sales, and sometimes merchandise. They'll subcontract that to a food and beverage company. And that's what I did. I ran those food and beverage companies. Food and beverage. So Staples Center contracts it out to guy number 3. Guy number 3 says, hey, you know, for this, we'll rebrand the whole stadium. We'll pay for all of the new fucking lighting and the new fronts, and we'll pay for they basically redo the whole fronts of the concession stands and make it look really cool. They'll bring in Coke or Pepsi, you know, the sponsors, all that kind of shit. But when it comes down to is all those companies, the venue needs 50% of sales. So Staples Center needs 50% of sales. Well, in order for the concession company to make their money, they have to charge twice what it would normally sell for. So a $20 beer, now a $10 beer isn't very unheard of in a nice place. And I would say a venue where you're seeing a concert or a sporting event is probably better than that steakhouse you're having a $10 beer at. Because the entertainment's much better than a steakhouse. So a $10 beer isn't unheard of. So in order for them to make their $10, they have to charge $20. Because $10 goes to the venue, $10 goes to them, And then they have to pay all those fucking employees, all those employees in the concession stands. They have to take care of too. So that's why you pay a ton of money at an event. Deputy Dave is in the fucking house. I'm a little buzzed, Dave, I must admit. So I hope you're not out busting those that are out and about right now. Just having a good time. Just kidding. I just took a shot, but I'm about to take another one. Because you guys know how I am. Just go fucking hard or go home. One cool thing about this channel is I do not expect donations for fucking shots. That's what a lot of those fucking channels out there do. They wait until they get a donation for a shot. I'd never, ever, ever, ever ask for donations here. Yeah, Deputy Dave? You want me to repeat it? I was thinking about just doing a short about it. Because I could do a quick short that's done fast. And I don't think it'd be a short. I think they automatically upload short videos as shorts, but I don't want it to be a short. Because I want people to be able to search it and find the answer. Because that's a question a lot of people do ask, is why the fuck is it so expensive? Another question people ask, which this is new to chat, is like when I go to a movie theater or I'm at a venue and ask for a cup for water, they say I have to pay for whatever a soda cost is. Has anybody ever encountered that? You go to a movie and say, can I just get a cup of water? And they say you have to pay for the cup, which is the soda price. Here's the reason. This might help you out in the future. So, Deputy Dave, you're close, but wrong. Short answer fast, because everybody just heard it. The venue hires a food and beverage company. The venue wants 50% of whatever the food and beverage company makes. So if the food and beverage company wants $10 for a beer, they have to charge $20, so that the venue gets 10, they get their 10. Hot dog, $9, because the venue needs $4.50. The company that sells the hot dogs needs their $4.50. That's a long story short. Now with why you gotta pay for a cup if you just want a cup for water or random things at venues, here's your answer. Every venue, food and beverage company works off a system, and it's called chargeables and non-chargeables. Every item that they sell has a chargeable aspect and a non-chargeable aspect. So the chargeable aspect is, let's say we sell a soda, a medium-sized soda, a large-sized soda, and a small-sized soda, the 3 sizes. If the concession stand starts with 100 small, 100 medium, and 100 large cups, that is the chargeable. That is what is on their inventory. That is what tells the main office or the main management of the concession stand how many they started with. Each stand has a limit, like they start with this many, and the management knows that number. If at the end of the night, say you started with 100 small cups and you ended with 50, then you should have 50 sales of small sodas in your system, in your computer system. And home office knows that number because you're putting it in the computer. Well, at the end of the night, if it says you only have 25 cups left, then 25 cups are missing. Where did they go? Those are the chargeables. Straws are the non-chargeables. Lids are the non-chargeables. Napkins are the non-chargeables of that item. So where it doesn't matter how many straws are missing at the end of the night. Doesn't matter how many lids are missing at the end of the night. Nobody in the office cares until inventory comes and they find out we're missing way too many for whatever reason. It could be theft, it could be whatever. Hot dogs, same thing. The hot dog is a chargeable, the bun is not, the ketchup is not, the mustard is not, this and that is not. Candy bars, the candy bar is the chargeable. So those are the inventory items. So there's a lot of fucking shit that goes on in the dude, I'll fucking for that, Deputy Dave, if you send me $99 right now, I can give you like my Cash App or something, you know. I will figure out how to get you a hot dog right now. I'll figure it out. I'll figure out how to get you a hot dog. I need to get out of the poverty gutter with the Smirnoff too. Cheers, guys. Frickin' vodka. If anybody here live wants some cheap art made or cheap art, just let me know. I got a stack of stuff in front of me, a stack of stuff next to me, and a stack of stuff I can make. Give you like a 50% off deal. Just because we're chilling anyways. Let's fucking make some shit. Make some cool shit. This song will play. There we go. Glycerine. You don't know me, Dave. It's all about priority, you know. Like today's priority, I had to get Mac treats and some badass dog food, and myself a bottle of vodka. So when I woke up, had a nice little sale yesterday. Helped cover that fund. Macaroni was number one. Macaroni's always number one. It was badass dog food, kick-ass treats, another box of kick-ass treats for different occasions. There's the after we go out for a walk treat, and then there's the let's cut it up on the side here and throw it in a ball. Throw it treat. There's different kinds. And then I worried about myself. And that was this little bottle of vodka you see sitting here. Right there. Helped me get through, it was a good week. Good fun week. A lot of art done. Did a lot of art. Fucking with you, Deputy Dave. I know you're good. I feel like squishing stuff with my tools. I did reach out to a fellow YouTuber who does paintings, right? And offered a ring in return for a photo of me and Macaroni, my favorite picture of me and Mac. And he agreed to do it. So I hope we can work something out there. He seems to be very easy to work with. So be fun, be colorful. I want something nice and colorful with me and Mac. If anybody else out there does art, wants to do some trades for pictures of me or Mac, or artwork, or like some kind of like fan art, I think it's called. It's called fan art. I'm down. I'm always down to trade shit. That's actually probably what I'm more into than fucking life sales, like trade work. Like I think I probably have like a hippie inner soul. That maybe in my past life I traded a bunch, but I seem to be better at trading than I am at sales. You know, do a little trade. I even like expanded. This shit. Look at this picture. I just fucking found this. I just found it sitting right there in front of me. You know, I just found this week and put it up there. Look at me. This is me when I was a chef. Isn't that crazy? I was like 21. I was like 21. It's a great photo. This is when, this is from the USS Abe Lincoln. It was one of their photographers. Wherever it's a port for the Abe Lincoln. I should have the date and everything on it. This was USS Lincoln. No, there's no date. Just a number from the USS Abe Lincoln. It's one of their official photographers. Yeah, I've done some cooking videos. I need a barbecue, and then I'll do some fucking serious videos. That's my specialty. Barbecue, soups, and sauces are what I specialized in. In 94 is when I graduated and did my internship. And the school I went to at the time was the number 2 school in the U.S. The number 1 was the Culinary Institute of America in New York. Hi Beth, how are you? Hi Tiki. Steaks are my favorite barbecue. The Culinary Institute of America was number 1, and the Western Culinary Institute was number 2. Now it's like a spread out. I don't even know what the fuck it is now. But when I went there, it was number 2. And the cool thing was the last 6 weeks of your schooling, you got to pick somebody to go intern with. And there is a list of interns, or you could have somebody added to the internship. And on the list of interns was, well, just to give you an example, a few of them were uh, the Hugh Hefner Playboy Mansion. And then there were some like famous, like up and coming, like Wolfgang Puck had one, and a couple other guys had something. But what caught my attention was there was one in Denver at the Denver Athletic Club, and that was working for a master chef. And I thought, oh, fuck, I'm gonna jump on the master chef. Like, master chef is a term that's very overused now, but at the time, it was very prestigious. It still is prestigious, but people just don't know what it means to be a master chef. They think that Gordon Ramsay is a master chef, or his kids that he promotes on his shows that become master chef. No, there's probably under 30 master chefs in the whole wide world. At the time, I think there was 26. And I chose one of the few that were in the United States. And to become a master chef, it takes a fucking lot of work. It's not just go on Gordon Ramsay's master chef show and win. You're a master chef. No. You have to work under a sous chef. You have to work under a executive chef for a certain amount of time. And you have to work under a master chef for a certain amount of time. And then you have to pay something like $100,000 for a 24-hour test that is almost impossible to pass. Yeah, Deputy Dave, it's meaningless now. But I'm telling you what it really means. And it's a lot of work. It takes a lot of work. But I did that. I went and worked for a master chef in Denver at the Denver Athletic Club. His name is still, you can Google him. His name is Master Chef William C. Franklin. C is his middle initial. So it's Master Chef William C. Franklin. And last I checked, he was working for Hershey's in Denver. So he was like doing some serious work. Thanks, Ben. I appreciate it. So that's what I did. I went to Denver and I was put up in a sick ass. It was pretty cool. So I was 18, never been away from my parents. Really, a lot of the reason that I wanted to go to Denver was because it was far away from my parents. So I could like fucking start experiencing life and shit. And so I was like, Denver, here we come. It was 6 weeks. You had to do a certain mandatory amount of hours and whatnot. And when I showed up, it was fucking eye-opening. Like, this guy did some of the most amazing shit you could ever see. Like, I would catch him in freezers, like sculpting ice with a chainsaw. And for like one event, we had 5,000 people come. And I think it was a chef-sponsored event. And we had to do 500 Alaskan baked. Jagpimp, what the fuck, dude? I thought you were covered for like the next 5 years from your last membership. Thank you so much, Jack. You're a fucking incredible contributor to the channel. I appreciate you. I appreciate your donations. I appreciate the jump in the crew. But Yeah, I thought last time you paid for like 50 some months or some shit like that. You're covered for a while. Love you, buddy. Thank you so much. You know us, Pips. It's how we roll. It's awesome. So, guys, I'm staying at this. No, not at the time. All right, keep them going. Where was I? I get lost where I was. So I went and worked for this master chef, and holy shit, like I've never seen anything like this. So the Denver Athletic Club was an exclusive club, just an athletic club, just like you could go join your local like higher end club. But a lot of the people that went in there were like Denver Broncos players, and the Colorado Rockies were brand new. So a lot of players came in were those people. Those were the like the big guys, you know. You see John Elway, and you're like, what the fuck? John Elway came today. But when I came on board, they were like, first off, let me take this story just off a whole new level. When I first walked in, I'm like, hey, I'm Luke. I'm your new Lucas. I went by Lucas. Hey, I'm Lucas. I'm your new intern. What do I need to do? Well, first need to check in upstairs. I had a room on the 5th floor, which is the top floor, and I was the only one that stayed in the whole place. So there were some offices and whatnot, but there's a room up there. It was just like a hotel room. But you open the window, and it overlooked the U.S. Mint. It was super fucking cool. Like the coolest like downtown room in a hotel room, looking right at the U.S. Mint for the Denver U.S. Mint. and it was haunted. That was kind of cool. So I had a room. And then when I got back downstairs checking in, they're like, okay, first thing first, all of us already have tickets to see Pink Floyd tomorrow night, so we're not even going to be working tomorrow. So just take tomorrow and do whatever you got to do, and we'll start on Monday. This is like Friday night or something. So I was like, fuck. And I'm talking like, I'm just graduating from high school, so to me, I had 6 weeks in Denver. I only needed $100. So I took $100 with me for 6 weeks in Denver. Wrap your head around that for a second. Like, that doesn't fucking work. So I'm thinking in my mind, I am one of the biggest Pink Floyd fans in the whole fucking world. I am going to this show. So the next day, yeah, it was a haunted fucking place. I'll tell you that story too. So I went to the show with no ticket, right? And I'm just walking around the crowd, and the first person I came across says, "Have you get a ticket?" I have one ticket only. I'm like, I am only looking for one ticket. And they're like $50. And I didn't give a fuck where the seat was. I took it. So I took that ticket, went in the show, and had probably the best seat, other than like front row center kind of thing. I had 3rd level, so Mile High Stadium's an outdoor stadium. I had 3rd level, which is the highest level, but I had 1st row, and I was right in the center, so I could see everything. Nobody in front of me. Nothing. There's just a rail down to the next level. It's like seeing everything. Most amazing show you could ever fucking see. Pink Floyd live. The first day of your internship, basically. But it cost me $50. That was half my money. I was broke like day 3. Like, but it was fucking amazing. Worked for Master Chef. Best fucking experience in the whole wide world. Like, he knew everything, every fucking little thing. And they put me in charge of, I had 2 jobs. One was a test. It was like a test of my culinary abilities. And the other one was putting my work to the test. Does that make sense to me? I need to do a shot and I'll explain the rest of the story. Cheers, y'all. So, here's the layout of this place. I've always worked in restaurants where you have one walk-in. A walk-in is a cooler. It has a door you open, unseals all the cold air inside. It has shelves on each side. Most of them are about the size of my shop, pretty small. And some of them have like a freezer in the back, to where there's another door that'll go into a freezer that'll hold all the frozen stuff. This place, the Denver Athletic Club, had 9 regular coolers and a few freezers. And I'm talking like each one would hold all the dairy. So all the creams, the milks, the half and halves, the whatnot. One would be just meat, cooled meat, not frozen meat, chilled meat. One would be frozen meat. One would be frozen desserts. One would be frozen vegetables. It was just like the biggest fucking amount of coolers that are huge, like 3 times, maybe 5 times the size of this shop. Just absolutely huge. And there's, sorry, I just disconnected it. Said there was one that was all what's it called, leftovers. So it was all the shit that was left over from the day before. So if they did like let's say they catered a party for 100 people and they made up enough fucking chicken wings for 200. Well, they only served 3/4 of them, so a quarter of them never even left the kitchen. So they go into the leftover fridge. And then like this and that, peas, carrots, things that just never left the kitchen that need to be used up would end up in there. And my job was to create a soup. And I'm talking a soup. The thing I used to make soup was about like this big around and about 5 feet deep, to where you could put hundreds of gallons of shit in there, and that would be the soup that would be the soup of the day for all the regular people that come into the cafe or they distribute out to all these different restaurants inside the hotel. And that was my job, making a soup of the day, and then also producing enough for the buffet, producing all the meals for the buffet, including a pasta station, which was open in the bar from like fucking 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. And then I had to like cook omelets and shit like that. But my soups were so fucking incredible that they would just sell out. They would be gone. But I would use and let me tell you, this is the cool thing that the chef taught me, was every single soup in the world can be made in one pot. You do not need more than one pot to make a soup, a sauce, pretty much anything. And he taught me how that is true. And it's true. Every single soup in the world can be made in one pot. And that was the pot I got. I got one big pot that was like this big around by 5 feet tall to work with for 6 weeks. Every day for 6 weeks I gotta fuck with that thing and make whatever I wanted. But every single time I was done, that soup would be gone. Be gone. And they offered me a job. I didn't take it, but it was very fucking cool. It was a cool part of my life because you get to see the whole ranking system of, because it was every rank, like people were, this was the most brutal place you could ever work. There was one dude named Mike. I don't remember his Mike McSnotty or something like that. He was the biggest dickhead in the world. He would just fucking scream at you as orders came in, like fucking scream at you. This is back when that was fine. Like that was totally cool for someone to fucking humiliate you and talk shit to you for your job. And he would talk the biggest shit I ever seen. Like, you motherfucker, get that fucking food in the window right now. We need that salad now. Like, serious, like, shit where today you'd be like, clip it on video and the dude would get fired. Like, this motherfucker was mean. And when I was done with my internship, I got home and was like just dealing with normal shit. He calls me up one day and he's like, hey, you want a job? I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, you want to work for me? I'm like, yeah. He's like, all right, well, figure out your shit, see what it'll cost to get here, and let's see if we can work it out. And it just, Denver was cheap to live. I should have fucking done it, but I didn't. I just moved to Seattle. Did my shit there, but man, a master chef does some shit. Does some master shit. That's why they're master chefs. That's why there's not many out there now. No, his name was William C. Franklin. Let's see if he's still a thing. He was, yeah, he is. So here's what it says. Chef Franklin began his career as a butcher assistant before serving his country as a Navy cook during the Vietnam War era. Afterwards, his career jump-started. There's like something in the way where I can't really see. I See what I'm saying? That under that black line. Okay, jump started something Chef Gordy Dawg at the Sheraton in Honolulu, Hawaii, while completing a degree program at the University of Hawaii. Leaving the Sheraton as a sous chef with a full scholarship, he worked his way through the Culinary Institute of America in 14 months. CIA was the #1 school I was talking about that's in New York. Today, Chef Franklin's culinary repertoire is reflective of his world's travels. William has been successful as a private chef, club manager, country club, educator, and owner-operator of several restaurants. He has hosted U.S. presidents and various world leaders, as well as many of the entertainment's world's most noted personalities. William has been an active and engaged ACF, American Culinary Federation member, since '85. Currently, Nestle corporate executive chef. Franklin serves as the critical culinary piece of a large cross-functional team dedicated to providing customer-centric operational business solutions. Those are fucking big words, bitches. He is a proven innovative problem solver with great operational wisdom and creative leadership skills that are dedicated to getting things done. Fuck yeah. Alright, career timeline. Just skip ahead to when I was involved. Executive chef / food and beverage director, Denver Athletic Club, Denver, Colorado, 1991 to 1994. Last year I was there, 1994. He was a really fucking nice guy too. Look at that guy, he looks nice. Like I said, I went there with $100 in my pocket. When you do an internship, they don't pay you shit. They don't pay you a fucking dime. And this man, this nice gentleman, did my laundry. Because I couldn't afford to do my laundry. He did it himself. He like physically went in the bathroom and did my laundry. Chefs can be dicks, man. See, like, probably up until like 5 or 6 years ago, being abused in a kitchen was pretty much normal. I remember when I went to work for Planet Hollywood in Reno in 95, about there. The chefs would yell, like fucking totally degrade you, just fucking yell at you, and just fucking yell the most horrible shit they can yell at you while you're trying to cook. And it was motivational. If I can get motivation out of it. I was the best fucking chef you could ever have. I was the fastest. If you wanted a burger cooked, it's not that I was the fastest. I'm the fastest chef you could ever find. And it's not because I'm quick, it's because I'm witty. And not witty in the sense that, like, oh, I'm smarter than you. I have a fucking mental disability to where I have to think through things way too far, and I plan ahead way too far to where I'm able to make everything the quickest possible to where it gets on the plate, it's out. You know, where some people are paying for their item and then looking for their wallet to find their ID. I fucking have my ID ready to go and it's in the slot. Like, I don't fuck around with any of that shit. Give me a second. I'm gonna go piss. Sorry guys, I didn't mean to say that. I'm gonna go watch a quick DVD about how fucking salamanders are so cool. It only takes 10 seconds. God. Face fucked up. Want to see Mac back? Bring me a toy. I want to see you, so I have to grab you. But you have to bring me a toy. Let's pretend like we give him a toy. He's so smart. He knows there's nothing in my hand. He backs up. Shots. This chair is gonna go soon. We're gonna fucking kill this chair. Because we're fucking killing this bottle. That was full. Started. I'm just a fat boy, so I can handle it. Cheers. When you're fat, you can drink more than most people. There he is. I know I love you too. You're my best friend. I love you too. Thanks, my man. Max is a handsome body. But face, do your facial hairs. Let's do your hairs. Nice, huh, buddy? Feels good. So soft now. So soft. Little piece, what's up, dude? You're such a handsome buddy. I love you, buddy. I love you. I love you too. You're my baby buddy. You're my baby buddy. You're my baby buddy. What are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it? You getting excited? Why get excited? Why get excited? I'm so excited for you. I'm excited for you. I love you too. I love you too. You're my baby. You're my baby. Oh, I love you, buddy. You're my best friend. I love my best friend. I love you too, buddy. Then jump down. Let's go. Oh, gotta get him a new treat. Be right back. Wow, I am fucked up. Wiki! There's a treat ball. Take the treat, put it in the ball. You want a treat, little piece? Want some tequila and milk shots? Mac gives kisses all day long. He loves Daddy. taken a shot lately? Yeah. Let's do a dab. My chair sounds like an old modem. Like dial up. Old modem. Modem dial up. Do a little piece. I don't know, man. Might have sold one or two of them if I were you. Like, just sell like one or like, who's gonna miss one or two kids? Like, if there's a group of 6 of them, no one's gonna miss one or two. You just fucking like pawn them off to the next town. Just be like, anybody want to take these kids? 2 kids, babysit them for like 2 days. Just gonna take my kids for 2 days. Take them to Circus City. Go to Circus City. Have a good time in Circus City. I never tried to dab hash. Does dabbing hash work? You think? Let's try this shit. Let's take a little hash. Try to dab it. I don't know if that's a thing. Alright, so we got the normal dab, and then we got the hashish. The hashish is the brown sound. Full bottle of wine. It's a fucking party little piece. Let's try hashing out some hash. Let's see if hash dabs. Sure it does. I don't see why it wouldn't. It was gross. I mean, you could do it. Oh, the ghost story? Alright. So, let me see if I can find this Oreo too.
matter where you're starting.
In 2009, the Denver Athletic Club celebrates its 125th birthday. This milestone provides a poignant moment to reflect on Denver's founding institutions. It serves to reinforce how important it is to cherish and support institutions that are committed to the health and vitality of the community. Fortunately, the DAC remains strong and robust as it moves through its second century. William D. Rathvon is the father of the Denver Athletic Club. He saw that an athletic movement was taking place across America, and Denver, with its perennial aspirations of becoming a big league city, was ripe for an athletic club. The old First Baptist Church on 18th and Curtis was the first home of the Denver Athletic Club. The DAC was born, with charter members assessed an initiation fee of $3. In the fall of 1890, the DAC moved out of the small second-hand church into the current landmark building on 1325 Glenarm Place. It was one of the tallest buildings in Denver and visible from all over downtown. When the Denver Athletic Club held its grand opening, crowds rushed to the basement to inspect one of the city's first bowling alleys. Soon, many Denver bowling groups were fishing for invitations to play at the new lanes. On November 15, 1890, the DAC inaugurated its new athletic park, where East High School now stands, with a football game. This was the first football game for both the DAC and the University of Colorado. The club library, established in 1900, had eventually collected over 8,000 volumes. The DAC expanded its reading room into one of Denver's most elegant and complete libraries. Legal liquor lounges died on New Year's Eve of 1916, when Colorado began the Noble experiment. The club had one grand last wet party to dispose of its entire stock of alcohol. After the final bash, the DAC draped its punch bowl in mourning cloth. Happy days returned to the DAC in 1933, following the national repeal of prohibition. One of the DAC's signature sports, squash, was introduced in the 1920s. In 1931, the club allowed unmarried women and widows to be admitted as lady members. Women quickly added a new dimension to the club's social calendar. While members and staff were setting up the gymnasium for the 1951 Valentine's Day dance, a waiter saw sparks landing on the cotton tablecloths around 3 p.m. Flames leapt to the curtains, and a large fire quickly broke out. It was dark and almost 8 p.m. before the fire was under control. The firefighters were able to rescue over 100 people. 4 did not get out alive. Another 1960s DAC tradition ended abruptly in 1980, after a popular but short-lived stint at the club. Gold Rush nights were heavily attended at the club. However, authorities, nagged by the press, cracked down on all gambling games. During the 1960s and 70s, the DAC held monthly Friday night team dances that attracted a full house of high schoolers who danced from 9 p.m. to midnight. After gaining fame for outdoor athletics and a social club in the 1970s, the DAC returned to the primary purpose of its founders, providing indoor exercise and recreation for its members. Exercise classes, the most popular club use in 1884, re-emerged as a major activity.
I'm saying shit went down in that fire. So that fire erupted. And it killed people, right? That's where things went down, little piece. That's when the fucking ghosts arrived. So, here's what I heard. So, I was the only one that lived in this building in 1994. They had one room. It was like a hotel room. It had a bathroom, a bedroom. And that was it. It was like a hotel room on the very top floor of the athletic club. And all the other rooms I'd never seen in them. I'd never ever seen in them. But there was probably like 20 other rooms, and I've heard like voices coming out of some of them that sounded like, you know, they were just like normal offices or whatnot. So it wasn't anything weird. But the only other person in the building at night was a security guard, and he was just like an older black dude. And when I went out at night, he would have to let me out, and he'd have to let me in. So when I'd come back, I'd hit like a doorbell basically. He would come within 10 minutes, let me in. But the few interactions I had with him were stories of like ghosts and shit like that. So one of the stories he told me was he used to work there. Like he quit working there. Sorry guys, I'm trying to read your chat. Yeah. But one of the stories he told me was when he worked there back in the day in like the probably 70s or something, because this was the 90s. He took time off, probably the 80s. He was probably there in the 80s, because he took like 10 years off, and he came back, and the reason he left was because when he walked in the ballroom, which was a fucking huge room. It was like, just picture any ballroom with probably 60-foot ceilings, and then fucking like 150 feet wall to wall. And he told me the story about when he was security before, he walked in the room and he saw a chair fly from one end of the room, hit the ceiling, and bounce off the wall on the other side. And we're talking like when chairs were heavy, like they weren't made from fucking plastic and shit. They were made from wood, and they were fucking heavy. Like he tried to throw the chair and he couldn't get it in the air. Like if you tried to take a fucking like 40 or 50 pound chair and throw it, you wouldn't be able to throw it very far. This fucking chair hit the ceiling and the wall. And then they told me about the lady who's fucking, she was in like a all white dress and caught on fire. She would just walk through walls. No, they were thrown, little piece. They were thrown. But yeah, when I now I got a little scared from the stories, but I didn't take much to them. But my room was, like I said, the only room on the 5th floor, and I would hear all the time shit going on outside, but only when I was in my bathroom. Like when I was in my room, I wouldn't hear anything. Nothing ever, ever, ever. But in the bathroom, I would hear the elevator fucking moving up and down, where it was just me and the fucking security guard, so there's no reason for the elevator to move. And other shit, so whatever. Fuck that shit. I gotta pee again, guys. I'm gonna go check my fish real quick. It's fucking sad. It's sad when your dad is smoking better weed than you. It's just fucking smelled that shit he's smoking. It's fucking better than mine. That's for sure. I gotta plug my phone in. It's dying. Get the hiccups, yo. Fuck, this thing's almost off. Tiki. That's a long story, Tiki. Dude, you guys are typing way too much for me to read. I'm assuming you guys are talking to each other. I can't keep up to all that. Let's try to read all this. There's no way, yo. Let's get some music going. Where'd my music go? Let's get that fucking Spotify back. Ghost stories. So that's a fucking... I can read a quick story. I'm beyond reading a paragraph right now. If anybody wants me to read it. If not, just keep those paragraphs going for each other. You guys talk amongst yourselves. Fuck. Error. I got an error. Fuck. Overflow. Upstream connect error. Dude, I'm trying to just get to my fucking internet, yo. What the fuck is wrong with you? Let's try this shit again. Go back. What the fuck is that all about? Fuck you, internet bitch. You guys want to see some serious shit up in here? Bring my boy back. The fuck are all you bitching about? A bunch of fucking bitching about? All bitching about shit? Everybody on here will bitch about everything? Man, go fuck you. Go fuck yourself. Go bitching about everything around here. Play some music. Let's go with this. Bitching about music all the time.
My girl.
Fuck my girl.
Pick up your microphone.
Pick up your microphones. How you doing in here? Everybody gonna fucking talk some shit. Money. You wanna party? Hoodie-dooba-dubba-dubba. Hooba-dooba. Whatcha? Wiki-wiki. Dallas. Weedy Jeebies. Cheers, motherfuckers.
How many mics do we rip on the jelly? Give me money, send me some many. How many mics do I rip on the jelly? Send me some many. How many mics do you rip on the jelly?
Many money.
Send me some many. How many mics do you rip on the jelly?
Many money. Lisa, many.
I used to be underrated. Now I take iron, makes my shit constipated. I'm more concentrated. So all my
That last shot went down smooth. Muzzle tough. Went down smooth. Montola. It's one of my first rap songs that I like. That was funny as fuck. Is this edited? It's probably edited.
I met this girl standing on the block singing. She'll serve all the boys if I buy her a rock. Got that thing. She got jacked. Punched her face. And I took my money back. I was walking down the street when I met Miss Lula's.
It might not have withstand its times, yet I was often on call. Hold on, let me read this chat. Let me read these tequila shots with my back. Tiki, I read that and I understand it. Wicked. Salt and pepper? I don't think so. I don't think so. Snoop Dogg! Yeah, yeah, yeah!
Back up in this motherfucker. The way that I dance. Lay that shit up, nigga. Yeah.
Top dog, I don't know, nigga, burn this shit up. DPGC, my nigga, turn that shit up. CPT, LBC, yeah, we hooking back up. And when they bang this in the club, baby, you got to get up. Thug niggas, drug dealers, yeah, they giving it up. Low life, yo life, boy, we living it up. Taking chances while we dancing in the party for show. Slip my hoe a 44 when she got in the back door. Bitches looking at me strange, but you know I don't care. Step up in this motherfucker just to swing in my hand. Bitch, quit talking, quit walk if you down with the set. Take a bullet with some dick and take this dope on this jet. Out of town, put it down for the father of rap. And if your ass get cracked, then shut your trap. Come back, get back, that's the part of success. If you believe in the X, you be believing your strap.
It's the motherfucking DRE. Dr. Dre, motherfucker. You know I'm mobbing with the D-O-double-G. Straight off the fucking streets of CBT. King up the beach, you ride to him in your fleet. Whoa, the real rolling on dubs. How you feel? Whoop-de-whoop, nigga, what? Dre and Snoop Chronic down in the line. With Doc in the back, sipping on yak. Clip on the strap, dipping through hood. What's hood? Compton, Long Beach, Inglewood. South Central out to the west side. It's California. below. Coming real, it's the next episode. Hold up. Hey, all my niggas who be thinking we soft, hey, we gon' rock until the wheels fall off. Hold up. Hey, all my niggas who be acting too bold, take a seat. Hope you ready for the next episode.
Hey. Smoke weed every day.
My name is Martian. This world, I'm out of it. Cause with all this ABC shit, I'm starting to sound like alphabet.
Shit, yeah.
Ha! I kill me.
Can't see. Can't see. Hey.
Kill me. This medicine's counterfeit. I was misled by the sound.
Smoke weed every day. You want some little piece? You know what we should do is like can we smoke mushrooms? Does anybody ever smoke mushrooms?
More than I can say for you. Before the sons and the daughters, before the sun and the water. More than I can say for you, but the truth still for you. Once I saw what the Lord do, God designed all the glory. God the Father like Maury, don't care what you say, nothing on me. I don't care about the lawyer fees, I don't care about your loyalties. God will solve it all for me. Trust man, he a failure. Trust ain't gotta heal you. Dustin, he a Hoffman. Don't fall what they offering. Fall far too often, yeah. Call God, but don't call enough. Fall down, but don't fall in love. I know God is all in us. I know God breathe on this. 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 Devil on my shoulders, can't let him breathe. Brush him off my sleeve. I'm filled with memories. Pray they remember me. I inhale and breathe. They hearts are filled with grief. Okay, now you want to hold me. Not too big.
It's a great Seattle song.
I went to the moped store, said fuck it. Salesman's like, what up? What's your budget? And I'm like, honestly, I don't know nothing about mopeds. He said, I got the one for you. Follow me. Woo! It's too real. Calm down, me, I don't need a windshield. Banana seat, a canopy on 2 wheels. 800 cash, that's a hell of a deal. I'm headed downtown. Cruising through the alley, tiptoeing in the street like ballet. Hold up, moped to the ballet. White walls on the wheels like mayonnaise. Go. My crew is in, and all we need is 2 good rings. Got cash in the tank, cash in the bank, and a bad little mama with the rest of my face. I'ma lick that, stick that. Shabati, past the heartbeat, Dookie on the Ducati. Timberland, Khaled, Scott Storch, Birdman, goddamn man, everybody got Bugattis. But I'ma keep a hella 1987, head into the dealership and drop a stack in copper Kawasaki. I'm stunning on everybody, hella raw pasta wasabi. I'm so low that my scrotum's almost dragging up on the concrete. My seat is leather, I ride a line, it's pleather, but girl, we can still ride together. You don't need a Uber, you don't need a cab, fuck a bus pass, you got a moped, man. She got 1988,
Right here.
very rare. Mom jeans on a derriere, throwing up the west side as we tear in the air. Stop by Pipe Place, throwing fish to a bird.
Downtown, 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 She has her arms around your waist. You're the balance that can keep her safe. Have you ever felt the warm embrace? Between your legs. My mother, stonewashed, so raw, moped like a bullet. Yeah, you can't catch me. I'm a popo, can't recommend me. I'm in a B1 stance, I'm not dancing. I got your girl on the back going tandem, cause I'm too damn quick, I'm too damn slick. Hold downtown yelling out, who that is?
It's me, the N, the A, C, the K. Sounding like a French pimp from back in the day. I take it to Ponderay and I watch her skate. I mean, water ski, ollie, ollie, oxen free. I'm losing down forth and they watching me. I do a headstand and eagle lands on my seat. Well, hello, but baby, the kicks ain't free. Now do you or do you not wanna ride with me? I got one girl, I got two wheels. She a big girl, that ain't a big deal. I like a big girl, I like them sassy. Going down a back street, listening to Black Street. Running around the whole town. Neighbors yelling at me like you need to slow down. Going 38, man, chill the fuck out. Mow your damn lawn and sit the hell down. If I only had one helmet, I would give it to you. Give it to you. Cruising down Broadway, girl, what a wonderful view. Wonderful view. There's layers to the shit player. Tiramisu, tiramisu. Let my coattail drag, but I ate tiramisu. Tiramisu.
Downtown, downtown. Until you're
Yeah. You know what? Haters are funny, man. It's like...
Alright. So that's like when the music will end. Is like when the beat will end for everybody. It's like the typical in-out method where it was like, hey, you know what? We're over here beefing, and then all of a sudden it's over there. That was good. Thanks, everybody. I appreciate you for being you, and I hope everybody is gonna continue to be you. Later on, yo.